5.4, multiplying fractions. To multiply fractions, we simply multiply the numerator and then the denominator and simplify the final answer. And here, this is already in simplest form, 12 over 35. And the algebraic representation for this would be a over b times c over d equals ac over bd, where b cannot be equal 0 and d cannot be equal 0. Okay. For part A, multiplying fractions, I'm going to show you a way that will lead you to the answer more quickly. I'm going to simplify before I multiply. Okay, so here I see that I can simplify 5 and 10. So 5 divided by 5 is 1. 10 divided by 5 is 2. And here I can simplify 3 and 12. The 3 divided by 3 divided by 3 is 1, and 12 divided by 3 is 4. Okay, so 1 times 1 is 1, and 4 times 2 is 8. And we can't forget the negative sign here, negative, positive, negative. Okay? And here is just multiplying 3/4 3 times. Okay, so we can do this. Well, okay, we cannot simplify anything beforehand, so we just multiply. 3 times 3 times 3 is 27. 4 times 4 times 4 is 64. Okay? Or you can look at it like this. 3 to the third power and 4 to the third power. Okay? Same idea. Alright. Okay. Let's move on to the next problem. Multiplying a mixed number or fraction with an integer. Okay, so here I know my denominator for negative 12 is 1, and I can first simplify before I multiply. So 4 goes out, or becomes 1, and 12 divided by 4 is 3. Okay, so I have my negative sign here, so positive, negative, negative. 3 times 3 is 9. Okay, the same idea goes for this one, over 1. I can first simplify 8 and 56. 8. Okay, 7. 7 times 7 is 49. Okay, for the next problem, before I multiply, I need to first change negative 2 and 3 over 11 into an improper fraction. So that would be 10 times negative 25 over 11. And then I can multiply. Negative 250 over 11, and then I can change this to a mixed number of negative 22 and 8 over 11. Okay, so this would be your answer. Okay, I'm going to erase this so I have space to work. Okay. Okay, for the next problem, I need to change 4 and 3/4 into an improper fraction. So that would be 19 over 4 and times 63. 19 times 63, after doing multiplication, you should get 1197 over 4. And you could change this to a mixed number of 299 and 1/4. Okay? Okay, and for part C, I'm going to do multiplying mixed numbers. So here we have 4 and 7/8 multiplied by 5 and 2/3. So we need to change both mixed numbers into improper fractions. So 4 times 8 is 32. 32 plus 7 is 39 over 8. And then 5 times 3 is 15 plus 2, 17 over 3. I can first simplify 39 and 3. Okay, and then 13 times 17 should get 221. And then you have 8, and we can change this to a mixed number of 27 and 5/8. Okay? And for the next problem, we can change negative 3 and 2/7 into negative 23 over 7, and 1 1/2 would be just 3 over 2. And we can't simplify anything yet, so we just have to multiply. Negative 23 times 3 is negative 69 over 4. And then 7 times 2, 14. So negative 69 over 14. And we can change this to mixed form. So negative 4 and 13 over 14. Okay. Alright. And the next problem, we would do the same thing. Change it to mixed form. Negative 18 over 5 times negative 14 over 9. Okay, I see that I can first simplify 9 with 18. So it'll become 2. And I'm going to multiply now because I can't simplify any further. Negative, negative, positive. Okay, and 2 times 14 will give me 28. 5 times 1 will give me 5. And I'm going to rewrite this as a mixed number. And that will be 5. Okay, and 3/5. Okay, and that's my answer. Alright, and I'm going to erase this. Okay, part D, simplify the expression. This part takes us back to chapter 4, lessons 5 and 6. You need to remember your power properties. Okay, so let's first deal with the numbers. Okay, so I can first simplify 3 and 9. So 3. Okay, and now I see I have y to the first power times y to the 5th power. So 1 plus 5, 6, and copy the base. Alright, and 4 times 3, 12. That's it. Here I see that I have a negative sign, so positive, negative, negative. I'll first write it down before we forget. Okay, and I see that I can first simplify 6 and 16. So 6 divided by 2 is 3, 16 divided by 2 is 8, and that's all I can do. And let's first multiply the numbers. 1 times 8 is 8, and 3 times 3 is 9. And let's take care of the variables. X to the 4th power times x to the 5th power gives me x to the 9th power, and this is your answer. Okay, and the next one. I see that I can first simplify 3 with 15. 15 divided by 3 is 5. Okay, and then that's it. Now I can add 5 and 4. So z to the 9th power. Okay, and I'm not going to forget the 2 here. And 25 times 5 is 125, and that's in simplest form. Okay? And this one, I say that I can first simplify 7 and 21. This turns into 1 and then 3. And that's it. And I'm going to first take care of my numbers. So, and my signs, negative, positive, negative. 4 times 1 is 4 in the numerator. 3 times 15 is 45 in the denominator. Okay, that's in simplest form already. And now let's take care of our variables. So you got u to the negative 2 power times u to the 6th power. I'm going to put that together. Okay, I'm going to write an extra step so you can see my dot process. And v to the 5th power, z to the 4th power. Okay, so negative 2 plus 6, we get Let's copy this. 4, positive 4. Okay, and we want to leave our answer with only positive powers unless I ask you to leave your answers with negative powers, okay? So just assume that whenever you get these problems from now on, you need to change your exponents to positive powers, okay? Now, let's take a look at these problems. Write the quotient in scientific notation. Okay, so this takes us back to chapter 4, lesson 7 about scientific notations. If you've already forgotten how to do scientific notation or write your answer in scientific notation, you should go back and watch the video or review your notes. Okay, so let's first simplify 7.2 and 3.6. This will be 2, okay? And then by the quotient property, I know I can take 5 and then subtract 3. Okay, 5 minus 3, which is 2. And this is already in scientific notation because this number satisfies the condition of 1 greater than... Okay, so 2 falls in between 1 and 10, okay? The decimal is right here. Okay, and this one, 8.4 divided by 3, we should get 2.8. Okay, and then I see that this is 5 and 8, and for the purpose of writing your answers as scientific notation, I'm just going to move 10 to the 8th power up to the numerator so it becomes a negative power. Okay, so 10 to the negative 8th power. So 5 plus negative 8 would be negative 3. And this is already in scientific notation. 2.8 is between 1 and 10. Okay, that's it. Right, and let's take a look at the last word problem. Pineapples. About 4/5 of the weight of a pineapple is water. About how much water will you expect to find in 2.5 pounds of pineapple? Okay, I would like you to remember that every time you see of, okay, next to a fraction or a number, you can automatically translate that as multiply. And if you see is, it's equal, okay? So this is just a strategy here. So what's our x? About how much, the amount of water. Let x equals the amount of water, okay? Alright, so be 4/5, alright, times, okay, this is multiply, this is not x, alright, or I'm put a dot here, okay, times the weight of the pineapple, and the weight here is given, so it's 2.5, and is x. That's all you do. 4/5, we write this as an improper fraction, and then we can simplify. So 2 pounds. And that's it.